This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on the South Today, an old church burns in suspicious circumstances in Southland ahead of a club open day. A Dunedin pumping station is upgraded in an attempt to reduce the chances of flooding in the future. And they were abandoned shortly after birth, but now these puppies are ready for their forever homes. Good evening, I'm Rebecca Dupree. Dunedin authorities are trying to prevent a repeat of last year's severe flooding, which prompted a review of the stormwater system. A new screen has just been installed at the Portobello Road pumping station. And while there's no guarantee it will stop flooding, at least it will ensure the system works at full capacity.
A key part of Dunedin's stormwater system is being upgraded. A new filter screen is being installed by Fulton Hogan at the Portobello Road pumping station. Dunedin City Council Infrastructure Manager Ruth Stokes says it will make the system more efficient.
What we've done here is we've changed the design, which means that the pump station on the other side can work to its capacity, and that, along with a number of other operational changes that we've done to the network, means that the people of Dunedin can be assured that its infrastructure will work the best it possibly can whenever it needs to.
The screen will be cleared every week, and the updated design makes that easier to do. Previously, the screen stood vertically. It now sits at an angle. As water fills the system, it forces debris to the top of the screen, where it can be cleared away. Stokes says this was a necessary change after last year's flooding in South Dunedin.
So this change is one of many that we identified that we could improve after our review of how our infrastructure performed during that event. But yes, that was certainly a catalyst for this change.
When DCC staff looked at causes for the South Dunedin flooding, they identified the Portobello screen blockage as contributing to greater surface water volume. Stokes says while the new design means the pumping station will be operating at maximum capacity, other variables are outside of DCC control.
What this means is that there will be less volume on the surface, but again, it's going to depend on where the rain falls, how fast it falls, all those sorts of variables.
There is also a new concrete and aluminium screen to be installed, as well as a security fence around the chamber. Including design and construction, the project is costing around $310,000. Jack Conroy, The South Today.
City Rise residents are being warned about a child sex offender who's been released into the community. Some schools in the Dunedin suburb, including Kavanagh College, informed parents this week. Department of Corrections staff visited several City Rise schools in the last few days, advising staff of the offender's release. He's subject to 24 conditions, including GPS monitoring, and he's not to associate with anyone under the age of 16. The offender is living within 1.5 kilometres radius of Kavanagh. His neighbours have also been identified. A new commander for the Southern Police District has been appointed. Inspector Paul Basham will be based at the district headquarters in Dunedin. He's been the Kapiti Mana area commander for 4 years and has also worked in Wellington and the Wairarapa. At one point, he was in charge of the Central Wellington CIB. His start date in the south hasn't yet been confirmed. Just over 8 weeks ago, a litter of 5 newborn puppies was left in a cat cage at the gates of the Otago SPCA headquarters. At that stage, the pups weren't weaned and still had their eyes shut. But now the happy and healthy young dogs are ready for adoption thanks to some tender loving care.
Don't worry, boss. The gear is fine. They're only teething. These energetic, cute puppies are just over 8 weeks old. But they could have died if an Otago SPCA employee hadn't investigated a cat cage at the premises' Torrendon Street gate 2 months ago. Since then, 2 staff members from Humanimals and the St Kilda Vet Clinic in South Dunedin have been hand-raising the lucky dogs.
So within a few hours, things like hypothermia and starvation, They need feeding every 2 to 3 hours, and they need to be kept at a certain temperature, otherwise they can die.
Corley says both she and Katie Prasad from the St Kilda Vets own dogs that can help as surrogate mothers for the pups.
Yeah. It's been very, very hard to be able to give them back, but we know that they're going to have a really good future. I know that how well the SPCA kind of screen the people who are potentially going to adopt them, so we know that guaranteed to go to good homes.
Both foster carers say they've formed close bonds with the lively youngsters while raising them. They've seen their eyes open for the first time and enjoyed all the wonderful chaos that puppies can bring. And now they're missing them at home.
Apart from kind of attacking each other and ripping up, I think they've shredded a good deal of, I've got a 9-year-old at home, a good deal of his toys and socks. Socks seem to be a hot favourite, but yeah, apart from that, I mean, they're puppies, they destroy things. They've been great fun, yeah.
It's definitely hard, and it's very quiet at home. You do learn to love them for all of their little badness and that kind of, you know, they become part of your family, so it's hard to say goodbye, but it's also, you can't keep 5 giant puppies.
SPCA Inspector Sophia Tinirau says abandoning animals without proper provision for food, shelter or behavioural needs is an offence under Section 14(2) of the Crimes Act. She'd like to speak with the people who dumped the puppies.
I'd ask them why they felt the need to leave them at the gate unattended. It could have put their lives in really serious risk, especially when they were so young. There was no feed or water provisions. They did have shelter because they were left in like a small carrier, but that's still not enough. It was quite a cold morning as well, so it wasn't very warm for them. So we're quite lucky that we found them when we did.
The little ones are available to be adopted from the SPCA, with one on hold to go to a home. Staff are reminding potential owners that the dogs will grow to be about 45 kgs in size. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
Still to come on The South Today, school children are about to learn the pros and cons of spending time in the sun, and art lovers are in for a real treat.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Emu oil has been used for centuries to support joint mobility and tired muscles. Also helpful for supporting healthy skin. Available as oil or in capsules. Go to www.silverhorn.co.nz to order Emu oil today.
The 2016 Dunedin Relay for Life will be held on the 19th and 20th of November at Forsyth Bar Stadium. The event will be full of fun, entertainment and team spirit. The Relay for Life is a 24-hour event where you and your team take part in walking a track to support local people affected by cancer.
Hi there, my name's John Moyle and I am a cancer survivor. I had cancer 10 years ago and I'll be all clear in December this year, 10 years, so it's a great accomplishment. The Cancer Society did amazing work in Otago and I've made some good friends and met some good people through that. Relay for Life is one of their major fundraisers for the year, and I stress it's really important people to get behind it. It's great fun, and since I've moved into Forsyth Bar, the weather's not an issue. So get amongst it, raise some money, get your friends and family, workmates together and get down and support the Relay for Life, because the things that Cancer Society do for the people in Otago in the way of services, providing support for families and people going through cancer treatment. But we want to see you down there at Forsyth Bar, raising lots of money, having lots of fun, November this year.
Hi, I'm Nick. This is my third relay. We've had lots of fun fundraising for the Relay for Life this year. We've been doing cheese rolls with real onion. We've been selling raffles and have a quiz night coming up, which we're busy collecting prizes for that. We've had so much fun doing this in the past years. Can't wait to do it again. Hope to see you there.
It's not too late to join in the fun. Register now, relayforlife.org.nz.
Oh, help! Don't suffer in silence. Call Sunny Chin, Chi Master Body Technician for structural, muscular, emotional bodywork. Phone 03 4250 606 for all your pain relief.
When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489 2274.
We need your help to rebuild our animal centre urgently. Please give a little today.
Come one, come all to the Oamaru Victorian Heritage Celebrations, a year to reflect on the intriguing world of medicine in the Victorian era. 16th to the 20th of November, www.vhc.co.nz for more information.
Put your seatbelts on for this one and rev it up. Thursday night is Motorsport Night. Proudly brought to you by multi-award-winning Garador.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Welcome back. The public is being asked to make submissions on the planned expansion of protected marine areas along the Otago and Southland coast. The Southeast Marine Protection Forum has identified 20 areas as needing greater biodiversity protection. Under the proposal, some would be subject to a blanket fishing ban as no-take zones. Restricted fishing would be allowed in other reserve areas. Public forums are being held throughout affected communities next month. Submissions close on the 20th of December. Research has proven that with less ozone, the sun is stronger in southern skies. For 10 years now, the Cancer Society has been delivering the Sun Smart Schools program, and it's a strategy for promoting the early understanding of cancer prevention.
These Bathgate Park School pupils are pleased to be part of the Sun Smart Schools program. It's a decade old, and the new Chief Executive Officer at the Cancer Society of Otago and Southland says early education about sun safety is essential and simple.
To slip, slop, slap and wrap. So that's slip on a shirt that covers exposed skin and make sure that you're in shade whenever possible. Slop on some sunscreen of SPF 30 and above, slap on a wide-brimmed hat that covers your ears and your neck, and wrap around a pair of UV protecting sunglasses.
Most of these kids enjoying lunchtime and seeing a camera on the school grounds were wearing wide-brimmed hats. Hart says now is the time to be covering up, especially in the middle of the day.
Yeah, well, as the Earth has tilted on its axis and brought this warmer weather, it's also brought higher levels of UV rays. When UV is high, then there's risk of sunburn in the short term, of skin damage and ultimately of skin cancer.
She started in the role at the Cancer Society 5 weeks ago, coming from work in Fiji. She says many people find it hard to believe that even though it's colder in Otago and Southland than in places like Fiji, the ultraviolet rays are stronger and more damaging.
I think that's one of the big misconceptions about sun protection, that it's not necessarily connected to warmth. So it can be a cool day here with a southwesterly blowing and 13 degrees and still have high UV levels.
There's a new smartphone application called UV Today that lets users know what the ultraviolet rays are doing on any given day. Hart says people should install the app and have a look in the morning to prepare appropriate protection for the day. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
2 people are recovering from injuries caused in Otago car crashes yesterday. In the Clutha district, a Kaitangata man received minor injuries after the vehicle he was travelling in rolled over and into a ditch near Owaka. The 56-year-old was travelling south on the Owaka highway when the crash occurred about 9 a.m. Yesterday afternoon, a 24-year-old pregnant woman was seriously injured in a similar crash north of Oamaru. The car she was in was being driven by her partner when it rolled on the Waitaki Plains and landed upside down. The couple's 2 young children were also in the vehicle but were not injured. After the break on the South Today, we take a look at a large-scale art installation and we'll check out weekend weather.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Emu oil has been used for centuries to support joint mobility and tired muscles. Also helpful for supporting healthy skin. Available as oil or in capsules. Go to www.silverhorn.co.nz to order Emu oil today.
We need your help to rebuild our animal centre urgently. Please give a little today.
Come one, come all to the Oamaru Victorian Heritage Celebrations, a year to reflect on the intriguing world of medicine in the Victorian era. 16th to the 20th of November, www.vhc.co.nz for more information.
Pregnant? Need to talk? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Pregnancy counselling services are here to help. It's free, it's confidential. Call us now on 0800 773 462.
The 2016 Dunedin Relay for Life will be held on the 19th and 20th of November at Forsyth Bar Stadium. The event will be full of fun, entertainment and team spirit. The Relay for Life is a 24-hour event where you and your team take part in walking a track to support local people affected by cancer.
Hi there, my name's John Moyle and I am a cancer survivor. I had cancer 10 years ago and I'll be all clear in December this year, 10 years, so it's a great accomplishment. The Cancer Society did amazing work in Otago. I've made some good friends and met some good people through that. Relay for Life is one of their major fundraisers for the year, and I stress it's really important people to get behind it. It's great fun, and since I've moved into Forsyth Bar, the weather's not an issue. So get amongst it, raise some money, get your friends and family, workmates together, and get down and support the Relay for Life, because the things that Cancer Society do for the people in Otago in the way of services, providing support for families and people going through cancer treatment. But we want to see you down there at Forsyth Bar, raising lots of money, having lots of fun, November this year.
Hi, I'm Nick. This is my third relay. We've had lots of fun fundraising for the Relay for Life this year. We've been doing cheese rolls with real onion. We've been selling raffles and have a quiz night coming up, which we're busy collecting prizes for that. We've had so much fun doing this in the past years. Can't wait to do it again. Hope to see you there.
It's not too late to join in the fun. Register now, relayforlife.org.nz.
Put your seatbelts on for this one and rev it up. Thursday night is Motorsport Night. Proudly brought to you by multi-award-winning Garador.
Here's something else to look forward to sinking your teeth into every weekend with the Otago Daily Times, the Weekend Mix, your guide to what's hot in fashion, entertainment, food and more. New weekend magazine in your ODT. Pick up your copy this Saturday.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Welcome back. Police are investigating a suspected arson at a nudist camp in Southland. The fire destroyed an old church building at Aparima just before 10 o'clock last night. And with club members holding an open day this weekend, they're hoping the blaze won't put a damper on the event.
Char and rubble. That's all that remains of the abandoned Aparima church. The derelict building stood on land owned by the Aparima Naturist Club, also known as Southern Naturally, and the members are gutted.
It was a beautiful church. The windows had already been taken out many years ago.
and they were sold, and the lady was meant to take the rest of it away but never did. It was had Remu, TNG, it's got the coal range, which hopefully we can still use, maybe. No, it was just a lovely building.
The fire's being treated as suspicious. Police and fire investigators were looking at the scene today. Although the building wasn't used by the Naturist Club, members had plans to use parts of it.
I just thought, oh no, not the church, because we were going to destroy it, but take it down and use the iron and some of the timber for new huts and accommodation.
The club is hosting its annual open day this weekend, but Kramer doesn't think the fire will hinder the fun too much. This area is a relaxing escape for club members. She says despite the setback, the club is resilient and will rebuild.
It's just sad. You know, last weekend we were out here, well, last Friday I was out here. Beautiful sunny day like today. Everybody's happy. Today it's a little bit sad. But, you know, you carry on. Carry on. We're a good bunch here and we're strong and we'll keep going. Nothing's going to stop us.
The cause of the fire isn't yet known, but police are calling for anyone who may know anything about what happened to phone them or give an anonymous tip to the Crime Stoppers line. Ruby Spink, The South Today.
A large-scale installation at the Dunedin Public Art Gallery is showcasing a slice of Buddhist culture. The work is by Auckland artist Tiffany Singh, who was commissioned by the gallery to create it. She was given permission from her Buddhist teachers in Auckland to use a mantra in Tibetan print. Singh made about 240 silk ribbons to fill the 23-metre by 7-metre space. A recording of the mantra is available for gallery visitors to listen to on headphones. Singh will be talking about her work at the gallery tomorrow. And now recapping tonight's top stories on The South Today. Police are investigating the suspected arson of an old church at Southland's Naturist Club, which was destroyed by fire last night. The Dunedin City Council is improving the stormwater system following last June's severe flooding with a new pumping station filter. And 5 puppies abandoned in Dunedin 8 weeks ago are now ready to be adopted by the Otago SPCA thanks to volunteer foster care. And it's time now for a look at what's going to be inside tomorrow's Otago Daily Times, and it's a good evening to Phil Somerville.
Yes, hi Rebecca. Lots of detail about the marine reserves, the 20 marine reserves down the Otago coast. Conservationists saying not enough and some fishermen saying far too much. The mix tomorrow, the main story is about the chorus of concern, so to speak, about the cuts to the music department. And we've also got a news story on the other side of the coin, the old studios, the plans there is to push them down and elsewhere build brand new studios for music in the university. Expensive undertaking, 15 million odd. So story about that. Back to the mix, Lisa Scott's always in fine form. Body and Soul's an interesting column with a Dunedin life coach, and this week she talks about the importance of kindness. I think last time I was here it was about gratitude, so they are really important for our well-being, of course. Delta, more revelations there. It appears that they were putting off work on the polls earlier this year in favour of other stuff, and Eileen Goodwin, our health reporter who knows a heck of a lot about what's going on, has a third part in the health series, The Future of Dunedin Health. She's looking at what's happened in Canterbury, and that's quite intriguing, and lots of depth and lots of knowledge.
That's all in tomorrow's Otago Daily Times. Thank you, Phil. Time now for tomorrow's weather.
This weather update proudly brought to you in association with Silverhorn's Manuka Honey.
And here is today's Southern View. It's taken of leaves. To the situation, fine weather is likely for the next few days, but with plenty of high cloud about, washing off a developing low-pressure system in the Tasman Sea. Well, what that means around the area tomorrow is nor'westers with some high cloud for Balclutha, Gore and Lumsden, all on 15 degrees. A fine day awaits the Catlins with a high of 13. That means a fine day for Alexandra, Queenstown and Wanaka tomorrow. Highs of around 16 or 17 degrees. Nor'westers for Tiana with cloud increasing into high of 15. And a fine day is expected for Oamaru, Omarama, Twizel and Timaru. Highs of around 14 to 16 degrees. In Dunedin tonight, we are expecting a fine evening with frosts possible in sheltered places and potentially dropping to a low of -1. Tomorrow, mostly fine and sunny with light nor'easters, 14 degrees. And on Sunday, high cloud increasing and thickening with winds becoming breezy, a high of 17 and my pick for washing day in Dunedin. And in Invercargill tonight, fine with frosts possible in sheltered places, -1 the low. Tomorrow, fine, although high cloud will increase during the day. Northerly winds a high of 17, it's looking pretty good for washing day there. And on Sunday, cloudy with northerlies and a high of 15. And that is all from the South Today team for this week. We will be off for Labour Day, so we'll see you again on Tuesday. But we will leave you now some shots from the week that was. Have a great evening and a lovely long weekend.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.